food right, their residential rights, and there are some security issue.
পরিবেশগতভাবে একটা সুন্দর সুশৃঙ্খল একটা পরিবেশ দরকার পড়াশোনার জন্য বিশেষ করে।
There were many turmoils, there were political unrest, there were conflicting situation. Now the students are expecting that those who will be elected, they will function independently and they will not be influenced by any political parties, and they will independently work only for the welfare of the students. The whole nation is eagerly waiting for the much awaited election of Dhaka University Central Students Union DUCSU. Actually, after the fall of nearly 16-year-long authoritarian regime in this country, Dhaka University played a very significant and leading role in that much uprising last year that dethroned Sheikh Hasina regime. And now, after the end of nearly 16-year-long authoritarian regime that the journalist students have termed as fascist regime, the DUCSU election to be held on September 9. The whole Dhaka University authorities as well as journalist students are eagerly waiting for this election. And now the students are expecting that DUCSU will function properly as being expected by the students.
পরিবেশগতভাবে একটা সুন্দর সুশৃঙ্খল একটা পরিবেশ দরকার পড়াশোনার জন্য বিশেষ করে। আর হচ্ছে মানে সব দিক মিলিয়ে যেন পড়াশোনার জন্য একটা সুন্দর পরিবেশ থাকে, এটাই।
Actually, due to the interference of the student wing, especially the student wing of the then ruling Awami League Party, Bangladesh Chhatra League, there was an environment of fear. Even student dormitories were not functioning properly. And now the students are expecting that the leaders who will be elected in DUCSU, they will work for the welfare of the journalist students, and they will also play a significant role in restoring the academic environment in the whole university. Actually, in the last couple of decades, especially after the independence of this country in 1971, the leading university, this university that is also called the Oxford of the East, there were many turmoils, there were political unrest, there were conflicting situation. Now the students are expecting that those who will be elected, they will function independently and they will not be influenced by any political parties, and they will independently work only for the welfare of the students.
I would be elected, then I will be work for the students' rights. However, whatever wants their food right, their residential rights, and there are some security issue. I'll be work for the rights of student of Dhaka University.
You have said very nicely. Just my last query. What we see in the university campus, that there is influence of the political parties on the student leaders, and very often journalist students are deprived. My question to you, are you influenced by any big political parties, or are you confident to work independently for the welfare of the students?
I'm very confident to work for the welfare of journalist student of Dhaka University. I have been worked for 2020 as I'm working Conversation with the Whole Debating Club as General Secretary 2023. As I have worked with coordinating journalist student, then I'll be confident to work for the future. That will be okay.
No influence by any political party.
Yeah. As I have worked before, I will work after a year.
And if DUCSU is effective and the election held regularly, then there will be a very positive environment in the whole campus. And the journalist students are also expecting that the environment of the student dormitories will also be developed. And there is also a long trend in the university that there are outsiders in the student dormitories. There are bad influence of outsiders in student dormitories, and journalist students very often are deprived of getting proper accommodation facilities. But this time the students are expecting that those who will be elected, they will work properly, and they will also work for restoring a real academic environment in the student dormitories, so that genuine students get accommodation facilities and the proper study facilities. The whole university authorities are also expecting that those who will be elected in a very proper, in a very participatory manner, through a very congenial voting environment, they will also be liable to the general students, and of course it will also put a very positive impact on the common, or on the usual student politics on Dhaka University. From now on, the student leaders under different political parties, they will also be very careful about the rights of general students, and general students actually will be a matter at Dhaka University if the election is held properly and fairly. Students cast their voting rights. So we are also expecting a very fair and participatory election in this leading university of the world's biggest delta nation of 170 million people. And this university will run properly as a nerve center of all national rights as well as student rights. And the general students, I saw across the whole campus that they are so much enthusiastic, and they are eagerly waiting for the moment when they will exercise their voting rights in this prestigious organization. And those who will represent this prestigious body of this leading university, they will work for the welfare of the students that I have already mentioned, and the whole country as well as the people across the whole world who speak Bangla and Bangladeshi diasporas living across the whole world. They are also eagerly waiting for this election, and even we see frequently that influential people from different parts of the world are also urging or calling the Dhaka University students on working or voting for those who are very honest, who are very sincere for the welfare of general students. So we are also waiting for a fair election as the whole nation is waiting.